Hey, it's Jeff. Welcome back. Let's get started. Yet again. Alright, they just made a bishop move. That bishop is unprotected, but there's not really a obvious check that also is double attack on that bishop. Let's see, that queen is undefended. We have a passed pawn, so maybe it's about the e-pawn. My first guess. The king doesn't look too unsafe. The black king on g7. We do have some avenues like queen e5 check, but yeah, we're also, I don't know if knight g4 would be a decent candidate move with the idea of queen h6 at some point and maybe winning somehow, but I'm not seeing it immediately. Now d5 could also be a move, but it might be too slow. In fact, the opponent is threatening bishop takes f2 right now. And if they do that, then we take with the queen, they take with the rook, we take with our king. And there's still a chance for white in that you can push the e-pawn. They'll be able to block it, but maybe then you start pushing the d-pawn. My immediate goal is to find something that deals with bishop takes f2. And let's say we go e7 right now. And they go bishop takes f2, then queen takes f2. And if rook takes f2, then we make a queen, and I think we're winning in that situation. So after e7, and if bishop takes e7, we can take with our queen, and we'll be winning there since we have two pieces on the e-file and they just have the queen guarding e7. After e7, okay, one more time, bishop takes f2, queen takes f2, rook e8, then what's going on there? Looks like it's still about even then. Yeah, so I wonder if e7 is going to be the most common mistake because of that. I could also be missing something in this line. Okay, what if queen e5 and queen takes, rook takes? Don't like it as much. d5 again, bishop takes f2, queen takes f2, rook takes f2, king takes f2, queen f4 check, king g1. I still think white's winning that for some reason, like, okay, d5, bishop takes f2, queen takes f2, rook takes f2, king takes f2, queen f4 check, king g1, queen d2, and now, okay, then I'd probably go rook f1, and then it's going to be easier for black to stop the pass pawns, I think. Or it doesn't seem like that would be way too hard for a 1600 chess tempo problem too. So maybe there's something with e7. And I could look more at knight g4. Other than that, I don't see the checks, captures, or threats. So queen h6 just loses the queen. Let's look at knight g4. Because after bishop takes e1, it looks like white has a lot of attacking potential. With queen h6. And if king h8, then queen takes f8 is checkmate. So knight g4, bishop takes e1, queen h6, king g8. Does e7 there make sense? And then we can maybe bring in bishop d5 in the future. Like the king is running out of squares. Okay, knight g4, bishop takes e1, queen h6, king g8. e7, queen takes e7, bishop d5, check, king h8, and okay, I don't see, the queen's guarding the rook on f8, so I don't see exactly what's after that. There could be a different move order where once the king gets on g8, then you play bishop d5, threatening e7 at e7. Oh, but I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be another one I get wrong. And I've spent too long on it already. I aim to spend about 4 minutes before guessing for this series. Okay, so my main candidate moves. I'll be sad if it's d5, but knight g4 or e7. Or what about queen e5? Because it is a threat on the queen, so they have to take. And then we could take with the rook. And then are the passed pawns too powerful? So queen e5, queen takes e5, rook takes e5, bishop f2. King h1. Bishop h4. e7. Now that'll lose the pawn. But d5, no, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I gotta make a move. And there's nothing that I'm leaning towards at all, which is the worst part. So it's pretty much a guess. I don't want to think 20 minutes on this. So what's more likely to have chances? So we're going to use our intuition. Is it more likely that knight g4, bishop takes e1, queen h6 will lead to something? Because especially with that bishop d5 idea and pushing the pawns. Or e7, rook e8. Is there a good follow-up after that? After e7, rook e8, what if we go knight g4 then? Does that make a difference? see, e7, rook takes f2. Was I saying e7, rook takes f2, queen takes f2 a lot? Because now after e7, rook takes, no, it was bishop takes f2. e7, bishop takes f2, queen takes f2. Oh, okay. So e7, bishop takes f2, queen takes f2. And if rook e8 there, we've looked at this a little bit earlier. But at that point, d5, and at some point the passed pawns would be too powerful. But I don't see like gaining material there. So yeah, I'm gonna be undecided on this puzzle forever, so I'm gonna guess. I just don't see anything with e7. I see some problems with it. Knight g4, we're giving up the rook, but maybe we have some attack. So I'm gonna go for the attack. Although, okay, knight g4, what if like g5? And all of a sudden, any of those ideas of getting to h6 doesn't work anymore. So now I'm leaning towards d5 or e7. And I'm just gonna push e7. Okay, so that was right. Now, the key is, I feel like queen takes f2 is just automatic. You have to play move. But is king h1 even a possibility? If we do that, queen takes the queen, bishop takes the queen. And then, no, that can't work. Can't work. Alright, and at this point they just let us promote, which is very weird. Maybe some people will fall for it. King takes f2. But, or maybe king f2 is right and they can't stop promoting. Okay, so if we promote right now, we get an even position, pretty much. I didn't count the pawns. But if we take the rook, if they go king f7, we promote with check and we're up material. If they go queen d7, we make a queen. If they take, we take with the rook and we're up material. So taking the rook first keeps the threat of promoting alive. If we take, they do have queen f4 check, and then we go king g1. And then they're in a similar situation. They can't stop the pawn. They can maybe bring the knight to d2, but they can't make any other threats. So yes, they did play queen f4. And it's important that you look for these types of moves, because if you're surprised by a move like queen f4, it could make the difference between whether your variation works or not. So I looked at this, and after moving, I even looked at knight d2, just to see if they don't, because a queen and knight can coordinate very well at times. Okay, what's the difference between, we couldn't move, oh, bishop f3 hangs h2 with check, so we'll go to g1, and they have no more good checks. Okay, so they took there. They're really fighting on. And now still another weird situation. If we take, they take with check. And if we make a queen, I feel like both are winning. Let's see. We've gotten this far, so we might as well try to get it right. So e8, make a queen. What do they do? I don't know. It could be an alt. If we take the knight, they take with check. We go to h1. They can't stop anything. If they go to queen d2 after that to attack the rook, we make a queen. Everything's defended. They do have a queen and a passed pawn though. But if we make a queen right now, they have a more centralized knight as well. Okay, I'm gonna take the knight. I'm gonna take the knight. Hope that's correct. Okay. Now we should go to h1 so we don't give them any more checks. King f1, they have queen f4 check. And if we go to king h1, they also have queen f2, but we just make a queen and everything's defended. Okay, so now we make a queen for sure. And not mouse slip. Mouse slipping at this point would be ultimate sadness. Okay, let's see if anyone mouse slipped. What was that? Move 8. Move 8. 4 people played rook e7 check. So right here. And 1 person played rook e2. Okay, yeah. So maybe some people did mouse slip. But let's go to the analysis board. And since that one took so long, I think this is just going to be a one video, one problem type of video. Okay. Analysis board. So one knight g4 is really the main mistake people were making. So yeah, and my idea was after this to go here, and of course if queen h8 you can checkmate, but if king g8 it's much harder and you don't know what's going on. I was thinking of ideas like this or ideas like this, which will, but even then if you were to get some of those moves in and they go to h8, you don't really have much going on in terms of an attack maybe. So let's see. So after this, bishop takes e1. Yeah, the attack is just not working. And what dissuaded me from doing that was I saw this move, which this actually wins for white. So funnily enough, my bad calculation kind of saved me. But yeah, so here apparently you can go e7 and now you're gonna be winning. Why is that? Okay, queen e6. Oh, and so now all of a sudden, because e6, you have these other squares. Probably, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I went through like a phase trying to decide between knight g4 and going e7. But there are some other things about e7 that I didn't like. Let's see. I don't know if I can remember what it was, but I definitely knew this. Queen f2. Did I think this? I thought this was even. Because we have one minor piece each, one rook each, and one queen each. And they're stopping this e-pawn. In this position, okay, either the engine says rook e6 or bishop d5, and there's some other wins, like it's just saying that this is a winning position. But maybe, okay, so let's see, what's the idea if they just take this pawn? Queen f6, queen h4. Oh, okay, and then you can So once you go here, you also just take, okay. So yeah, they can't take this pawn just yet, and you're getting activity and their king is more exposed. So I didn't see that. And also, this is another try where you get access to this square maybe, and then you can take that guy. And let's see, rook takes there. And so the engine says this, so threatening dovetail mate. So yeah, that's pretty hard for me to see on move one that you would have these kind of attacking ideas that are so hard for them to stop. So I just felt that there had to be something here. And I definitely knew in this situation when they take on f2 that even though we're down a queen, it's the typical way to promote our pawn that we're gonna have some chances. And then it was just deciding, do we just make a queen? And this is still winning, but it's not winning by as much as just taking on the spot. So I'm going to check to see if that was an alt at all. Yeah, e8, make a queen on move 5 is an alt. So I could have played either one. So I don't know how much time I spent deliberating on that, but that's good to know. Okay, so that one took a while. And let me see what was the average time on that puzzle. Like, did everyone else take more time on that too, or just me? Okay, so the average time for that puzzle was 6 minutes 32 seconds. So yeah, a little bit more than the average 1600 rated puzzle. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.